And, well, yes, I want to keep playing this deck. This is the commander I put together yesterday, and I want to keep playing it some more today. Essentially, when I'm attacking with this, I'm just hoping the top 4 cards in my deck have some very expensive non-creature spells among them, which I could then just play for free. This deck has a lot of instants and sorceries, and this is something I could... Even if I have to hardcast this for 6, I mean, I think I'm still gonna get my mana's worth. But if I'm playing this for free, we're just doing that much better. I don't know, I think I'm actually gonna just put like 1 or 2 more lands in. Alright, which of these non-basic lands is, like, the least important in here? I think I'll just cut a random, like, pathway. Okay, maybe I'll just go back, cut a land, and put a Signet or Talisman in its place. I'll replace that mountain with a Signet. That's already in the deck, yes. I'll put in a Talisman. So yes, basically another mana rock. And yes, this is the right place to be right now. So which dragon is this? Arcades. Oh, the one that just gives all his untapped creatures +0/+2 for... yeah. And it's this Elder Dragon. Protection from black. We're gonna try this hand. It's looking a little bit dodgy, but I'm still gonna go for it regardless. Looking a little less dodgy now. Okay. I mean, the fact he starts with 2 extra lands is definitely helping him activate that tome. I mean, yeah, he starts with 2 extra lands that I don't. I'll just play a Signet and pass. Alright. If I had to guess, maybe my opponent's also going to be playing a lot of auras. If I had to guess. Top card in my deck is just a flawless maneuver. Sadly, I cannot do much of anything else. I'll just play the Azorius Signet off the top of my deck. Okay, I'm drawing a land next turn at the very least. Oh, wow. Gonna be stupid enough to block that Cat Warrior token. So now I basically get like a free Planeswalker. And it's gonna be repeatable removal. Or just burn damage to the opponent's face if I can't kill their creatures. When Wellspring comes into play, gain control of Enchanted Land. At the end of each of your turns, lose control of Enchanted Land. At the beginning of each of your turns, gain control of Enchanted Land. Okay, so I get it back and it untaps under my control at least. At least I get it back still. I think we're still like 1 or 2 turns away from playing this. Anyways. Okay, no blocks. Sarah's Embrace, attached to Wall of Light. Flying Vigilance. In response, Path to Exile. Lose both the creature and the aura. Sadly, I don't have a land in hand to pitch the Mox Diamond. Alright, now hopefully my opponent just won't have removal for Narset here. Arcady Sabbath. Yeah, that should be fine. 7-9. So even if I throw a fresh start onto it, it would still be a 4-9. I'll just do rapid hybridization to get rid of it. Anything good in here? Expropriate. The answer would be yes. I'll just take the Icy Manipulator for myself and an extra turn. And the other exiled cards were all lands, so... how did I end up drawing this? Anyways, I don't have the mana to cast it, sadly. Discard one of these cards, whichever it may be. Clearly I don't need a board wipe. Okay, can I do Time Warp now? We'll take yet another extra turn. That's gonna happen after this extra turn from Expropriate, and then Time Warp's gonna give me another one. Select the land card to discard to Mox Diamond. Mox Pearl. Attack with everything again. I can play Ancestral Recall for free. Sure, why not? And yeah, I think that's about it. I'll just win the game with a Johnny at that point. Yeah, 2 extra turns in a row with this deck. Yeah, let me tell you. You really don't want to give me like 2 extra turns in a row. Enters tapped, sure. Okay, so when this dies, my opponent gets to search for 2 basic lands, put them into their hand. Understood. Tundra. I'll just play a Mana Rock. Tap this for blue. Do a frantic search, see what I find. I'll pitch those two. Mox Ruby, Crashing Drawbridge, Strionic Resonator. I think we're just gonna okay, maybe I have to wait like one more turn to get Narset in play. Pass. What does this do? Landwalk of the chosen type. He picked Island, so I can't block this ever again, basically. Yeah, Island Walk. Oh, maybe I could play Narset straight away, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4 lands, and then a Mox Ruby and an Arcane Signet. We can play Narset straight away. See if there are any blocks here. Okay, just the Wall of Light, but it doesn't kill Narset. But now I get to find Time Stretch that I can just play for free now. I'll do the stock up first. Choose cards to put into hand. And now I'll just get 2 extra turns. And that's why I just want to attack with Narset here. 2 more turns to do whatever the hell I want. Let's attack again. See what we find in the next batch of exiled cards. A Lightning Bolt. Alright, so I guess that Wall of Light is now gone. Alright, my second extra turn coming up. What's in here that I can maybe cast, if anything? Doesn't look like anything. Oh, and we still get to draw 2 extra cards, because why the hell not? I completely forgot I had this. I could have just used this to, like, get to look at even more cards to play for free, potentially. I mean, it's not like my opponent really has much of a chance anymore anyways. Okay, I'll let that resolve. This has Island Walk, so I can't block it. Memory Lapse counter Fresh Start. Alright, fine. So that goes on top of my deck. Strionic Resonator to copy Narset's ability. So I can look at the next, like, I can look at 8 cards here. Let's see what else I hit. Supreme Verdict, but no, I don't want to destroy my own creatures. I think that's about it, really. Sure. I'm gonna just wash away, counter that. Play a land. against Strionic Resonator Copy Narset. Oh, wow. What is in my exiled cards, though? And then Inspired Ultimatum. Gain 5 life, do 5 damage to Arcades, draw 5 cards. Must be running short on mana. I have the red one, and I have like 1 red, and that's it. It's not like he's gonna really last that much longer at this point anyways. Force of Will. I'll just counter his Commander one last time. And make another Dragon token, because why not? Alright, moving on. Oh, nice. A replenish. Yeah, let me see what else we got here. I already own a copy of Replenish. I'm not gonna bother keeping multiple. Alright, so the Metal Dragon, was that Chromium or something? Yeah, it was. So it was. Damage done to Wall of Vapor by creatures it blocks is reduced to 0. Alright, so basically prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to this thing. Flying and Rampage 2. So if I block it with multiple creatures, it's gonna get +2/+2 for each creature blocking it beyond the first. I think that's what it is. Removes First Strike or Swamp Walk ability from target creature until end of turn. I was about to say, okay, maybe I need to be careful of that, taking away Narset's First Strike, but she has Hexproof. But yeah, I got Hexproof anyways. Aura Blast, destroy into the pit, Chromium draws a card. Sure. I guess. Each creature gains pay 1 or bury this creature. Oh wow. Every creature's got an upkeep cost now? I guess I'll let Torch Courier die. That's gonna be annoying, especially since I start with fewer lands than my opponent does. Oh, hey, apparently I still got to draw some cards for free. Alright. Yeah, I'm starting to think this Pendril Mist might start to be... This Pendril Mists might kind of be a problem here. Especially since, yeah, he starts with more lands than me. Oh, I have to separate these cards into 2 piles because, yeah, it's Fact or Fiction. Creatures it blocks. So Flade should just be able to do non-combat damage to this thing to kill it. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Not really playing any creatures with power 4 or greater at the moment anyways. pass. That just gives Island Walk again. Oh, Plains Walk this time. Either way, I still can't block. That way my stuff will stop getting tapped down turn after turn. Alright, sure. Steal my Ring of Foon, equip it to a white creature, so... This is just gonna get free +1/+1 counters on it, turn after turn. I guess I'll attack. Draw some cards. Swords to Plowshares to get rid of this thing. We can just wait until... Oh, I'll just put it on the battlefield now, I guess. I'll play a Johnny, create a Cat Warrior token, and then I can just choose to, like, not sacrifice this one. I'll just choose to not pay the mana cost to keep this one on the field. Or we'll just lose all the creatures, actually. Or we'll just lose all of them. Creatures can't attack unless I pay X for each. Where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. So unless I pay 3, it looks like. Pay 3 per creature that I want to have attack. Now that's going to be annoying. For each creature I want to send in attacking, I gotta pay 3. And now we're actually discarding a card here. Now I gotta deal with Chromium. Pay 1 to keep Narset on the field, of course. I'm gonna evoke Solitude to get this off the field. And then I have to pay 3 to declare an attack with Narset. And let's just hope whatever I might have exiled is any good. There's a Temporal Mastery in here, so I get to take another turn. Yep, there's something good in here, alright. I'm taking another turn now. Still gonna pay the 1 here. Let's delve 7 cards. Treasure Cruise, draw 3 cards for 1 mana. Oh, Mystical Tutor, wow. Time Stretch on top of my deck. Pay 3 more to attack. So I know I get the Time Stretch for sure. 2 lands and a Wash Away that has nothing to counter. So yeah, I get 2 more turns to just do whatever here. I'll just attack, pay 3. Let's see what I exiled this turn. Wear and Tear. I'm playing it from exile, so I can only pick to cast 1/2 of this. I can only pick 1/2. I'll get rid of the enchantment. Play a Stock Up. Take a Remand and Fierce Guardianship into my hand. Discard 1 of the cards from my hand here. And take my next extra turn from Time Stretch. Barely not enough mana to cast an Inspired Ultimatum from hand. I'm missing like maybe 1 or 2 more mana or something. So attack again. Let's see what I exiled now. Strionic Resonator. Time Warp. I'm gonna get another extra turn. The rate we're going, I might actually just be able to play indefinitely here. Let's see what else is in here I can maybe play for free. A Ponder. Shuffle the library. I'll draw another land. I guess I'll also play an Inspired Ultimatum. A Mox Pearl. And now I think that'll be, I think I can... Yeah, I think I have to finally pass it back to my opponent. It's finally gonna be my opponent's turn again. Alright, after taking like 4 turns in a row, now Chromium is just going to run straight into a Force of Will. Recast his commander just to immediately get countered. At this rate, yeah, we're just gonna be keeping a hand full of counter magic. Okay, let's actually use the Strionic Resonator this time to copy the ability. More spells to potentially just go cast for free. We'll put Pendril Mists back into the opponent's hand also while we're at it. And I'll play a Brainstorm for free as well. I'll just put the 2 lands back. Control magic. Actually, I'll just counter it. Mana Drain, counter spell. Fierce Guardianship, counter Mana Drain. Yeah, clearly I'm gonna be poised to win the counter wars at this point. I'll just not discard anything. Copy Narset's ability again. Oh, I literally hit him enough times with Narset to win via commander damage. I mean, I was able to attack my opponent for like 4 turns in a row earlier in the game. True, I did attack him like 4 turns back to back. Keep this hand. Sure. Oh wow, Mox Pearl, I'll take that. So I have like 4 mana already to do whatever with. Again, apparently not going to be smart enough to figure out that you can block with this and just have it not take any damage. So I get 2 more free cards, I guess. Destroy Icy Manipulator. And then pass. This will make 2 mana, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. I have 6 mana already. Oh, I gotta pay 2 to attack. And until I can get this off the field. Oh, right. I didn't have a plains or island, so that's coming in tapped. Yeah, I think this just slows my opponent down like one more turn or something. Pass. Route, destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. Okay, not gonna try and recast it. Not gonna attempt to recast it, I see. And then we're gonna pitch, let's see. I guess I'll play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, this time around, Route's gonna resolve. Return target instant from graveyard to hand. Alright, that's it. I'll draw one of my own board wipes, which honestly I don't even need. But yeah, I don't have my Crashing Drawbridge anymore, so I have to wait next turn to attempt to attack. Pass. In response, I'll just... In response, just make some mana with it and do nothing. I mean, yeah, the land's pretty much gone no matter what at this point. Okay, so where were we? Now it's time to start attacking and just playing stuff for free. So where were we now? Pass. Chromium. Oh, nice. Mox Ruby. I'm trying to see if I can just draw into an answer to Chromium, just to get rid of it. Well, I could totally play this off the top of my deck. That seems like fun. And Sol Ring off the top, because why not? Alright, so I'm also going to use Strionic Resonator. Copy the ability. And before Declare blocks, I want to see if I can find any good instant spells I can cast here. Any good instants. There's Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt won't be enough to kill this thing. Inspired Ultimatum. We'll finish off Chromium. Finish that off. Play a Mox Diamond, discarding the Wooded Foothills. And then if I have anything else in here I can just play for free, I will. I have Treasure Cruise. And I have Mystical Tutor even. I'll take Brainstorm with that. Alright, let's discard 2 cards. I'll discard both the board wipes. I don't think I need board wipes at this point. Strict Serenade to counter it. Turn it into a bird token. Alright. Brainstorm. Put Temporal Mastery and Time Warp back into the top 2 cards of my deck. Oh wait, this isn't on my field anymore. And then I also need to give it haste, ideally. It doesn't have haste. Unless I do gamble. But now I'm just gonna have to shuffle my deck, and now it's gonna be those 2 cards I put on top of my deck. Now they're gonna get shuffled back in. Now I don't know what the top 2 cards of my deck are gonna be anymore. Well, let's see. I don't really have anything. A Wash Away to counter, there's no spell on the stack to counter, and 3 lands. Force of Will. Miscalculation counter Force of Will. Unless I pay... No, I can't pay 2 more. Alright, I see he's gonna counter my counter spell. So that's how it is. I think I'll just get rid of the tome here with Skyclave. I think, yeah, Skyclave can get rid of that. Untap target attacking creature. Why don't I just untap Narset with Maze of Ith, so we just can pull her out of combat so Chromium doesn't kill her. But first, attack. Copy the ability. Oh wait, I can't even do that because I can't target this because I have Shroud on. Oh, this gives Shroud. Can't be the target of spells or abilities, including my own. But anyways, the cards I did exile, I can still go play them for free anyways. I exiled 8 cards off the top of my deck and all the non-creature spells among them I can still play for free. So even if Narset's gone, surely there's still like more than enough shit in that exiled pile that I can just still win the game regardless. I gotta pay black mana that... Okay, I can make black mana, right? From this? I gotta pay 3 mana every turn to keep Chromium alive. And then you wonder why I don't play Chromium myself. And you wonder why this isn't the card in my deck that I actually seriously play. I prefer to play things that don't make you pay mana every turn just to keep them around. Attack with whatever we've got here. Oh yeah, I get to take my next extra turn from Time Stretch. And there we go. And I'm still gonna have another turn after that, assuming I needed it. I believe he still had one more turn after that. Interesting. Search your library for a Plains card, or if you control fewer lands than your opponent, you can search for 2 Plains cards. It's all around very solid playable. For each opponent, gain control of target permanent that player controls. Okay, I already have a bribery. I already have Propaganda and Ghostly Prison that are doing more or less the same kind of thing this does anyways. I just play Propaganda and Ghostly Prison over this. Oh, I got a land tax. Another mana drain, but oh wow, a land tax. Let's add that to the collection. Burn damage on a green spell. That's how you can tell this card is really old. Oh, Chain Lightning, not bad. Chains of Mephistopheles. To this day, I honestly still don't think I understand what this card even does. Destroy all non-black creatures, and this does some damage to you, based on how many creatures are destroyed that way. Sacrifice a bunch of creatures to do their total power combined in damage to one target. 6 mana to... and then it comes into play tapped, so I can't even do it the turn you cast it unless you have something else to untap this with it. Sacrifice a bunch of creatures to do just one time a bunch of damage to something. Isuchi dies, his controller gains 4 colorless mana. But back in the day, if you had nothing to actually spend the mana on, like, let's just say it dies, I don't know, maybe in combat or something, and you have nothing to spend the mana on, you leave combat and then you just take 4 burn damage because of mana burn. Nicol Bolas. And then there's this giant sandworm behind him. Oh, protection from white. Damage done to wall by creatures with enchantment cards played on them is reduced to 0. And also anything white is also reduced to 0. Pretty dodgy looking hand, but I could try it. Keep Ancestral Recall on top. Oh, wow. Anyways, I'm probably gonna be getting hit by this at least once or twice at the rate we're going. So, let's discard something. Play Maze of Ith, I guess. Play a Johnny, hopefully get to hide behind that. Alright, block with the Cat Warrior token. Alright, how did it just gain some power and toughness? How did it just become a 2-3? Oh, can discard a card to... right. Discard a card to make it become a 2-3. Now I think it makes sense. I'm gonna play Gamble to go grab a land. I'm just desperate to stop missing land drops at this point, honestly. And for now, that's about all I can do. Bribery. Search target opponent's library for a creature card, put that onto the battlefield under your control. That's probably the best. That probably is the best creature that was in my deck. That probably is the best one. Untap this and remove it from combat. Alright, we're gonna play a Split Up Destroy all untapped creatures. Perfect. But I still have to keep finding land cards. Oh, Heuristic Study. Alright. Oh, okay. Play a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I'll pay one more as to not make him draw a card for free. Pass. 2 damage to each creature without flying. That'll resolve. Unfortunately, that's gonna resolve. I think I'm all out of mana again, aren't I? Oh, maybe not. Okay, my opponent will get to draw 1 card here. Okay, select any target to do damage to. I guess him. I'll do 1. Just gonna draw another card, return Fable of the Mirror Breaker to its owner's hand. Okay. Tap Cat Warrior token. Play Narset. Give her the Lightning Greaves and attack. And let's see what we can play off the top of our... Nothing here. A counter spell with nothing on the stack I want to counter. Pass. Okay, understood. At least, yeah, at this point I think he's got nothing to hide. Pretty much almost completely tapped out. I'll get rid of the Heuristic Study. Make this attack. And Maze of Ith will just untap it and remove it from combat. I'll play a Ponder for starters. Oh wow, okay. So we're gonna do Wall of Omens on top. Second from the top, we'll do Temporal Mastery. And don't shuffle. And then Time Warp for free. So now I'll draw Temporal Mastery for draw step on the next extra turn. And then play for the Miracle Cost and get another extra turn. Attack again. Maze of Ith to remove her from combat. And then let's see what else I got in here. A Brainstorm. We'll do like that. Play a land, source the Plowshares to get rid of Nicol Bolas. Alright, now I'm taking my next extra turn from the Temporal Mastery. Attack with everyone that can attack. And here, let's see, we have removal. Okay, Fractured Identity. Fractured Identity, that can do anything. I'll just make a copy of the JM Date tome for myself. I don't know, maybe I could actually use the card draw from it. Alright, fine. Alright. Just draw an extra card from the book that I just stole. Oh, wow. I'm missing a little bit of mana to cast Time Stretch. Let's see how much I actually have. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I can just barely cast a Time Stretch. Oh, Physicist, hey. I think we can just barely cast this. Yeah, I counted 10 mana exactly I can produce. Usually I'm supposed to be playing that for free. I get 2 more extra turns, so yeah, this should be a wrap. I'm starting to really enjoy just taking like multiple turns in a row here. Yeah, I just put this commander together just last night. And I've been honestly like pretty happy with that so far. Except I guess for the part where it's just really slow to get going, but once it does... Yeah, once it starts to really get going, if I hit like some really good non-creatures off the top of my deck, I can just win the game with like maybe 1 or 2 attacks with this thing. Okay, that's just a really bad mana rock. I'll play Mox Diamond, pitching Tundra to it. And then Wall of Omens to draw another card. Pass. Oh wait, he's playing Treasure Cruise? Since when? Since when is Nico Bolas over here playing Treasure Cruise? Interesting. What do you mean by existential crisis? Okay, I think I actually know what you mean. Protection from white, that's so annoying. Oh, this thing's not even dead yet. Well, still at least got to draw 5 cards, I guess. Like, what do you think is ahead of you in life, exactly? Job, obviously, I can say the same thing, but outside of that, I'm honestly not even sure. Outside of, yeah, trying to keep a job. And then just, I don't know, like, live streaming for the fun of it and nothing more than that. Yeah, this protection from white is just way more annoying than it has any right to be. I could have gotten rid of this thing several times over if it didn't have pro-white. counter spell, really? I'm gonna force of will the counter spell at this point. I'm not even sure if I want to attack straight away or not. What if, again, I fail to find anything that can remove this? I think we still might have a bit of time to think about it. Nicol Bolas. Yeah, why didn't I just play Mazavith sooner? I mean, what other degree do you think you would have been, like, more satisfied with going for? I mean, I felt overall satisfied with my degree. I mean, I guess it depends on, like, how many years you've already spent in university with, like, what you're currently pursuing. I think here I'll just pass it back to him. Fire Diamond. Yeah, that should be fine. Sky Diamond, Mystic Remora. Don't really think I need to give anything haste right now. Okay, I can finally get this Wall of Putrid Flesh off the board. Alright, we're gonna take another extra turn. Anything good in here to cast for free? Can I cast Fractured Identity or no? Alright, now I have a copy of this. So now every time he plays a non-creature spell, unless he pays 4, I'm gonna draw a card instead of him. I think I can finally just pass it back to him. To give this Shroud. I'm just gonna move this diplomatic immunity someplace else. Oh, never mind. Desertion. Fierce Guardianship. Target the desertion. And yes, I do want to draw a card. I'll give this Shroud. Yeah, sure, we can pay the cumulative upkeep, it's fine. Alright, make another dragon. Yeah, Nicol Bolas is toast. Alright, let's see what loot we're gonna get here. Honestly, yeah, me too. Like, I'm not even 100% sure, like, what you're, like, currently studying. I think it has something to do with, like, computer science, though, last I heard. I mean, if anything, there should be, like, tons of different kinds of jobs out there that have to do with computer systems and whatnot. I don't know, you really, like, struck me as the, like, computer science kind of guy, so... That's kind of a lie. Finally seem to have reached the end of the seemingly endless caverns. A strange creature lurks ahead, formed entirely of ancient magic. It just looks like a giant sandworm. That's not something I specifically studied in, but... Yeah, cybersecurity, that better pay well. That should, yeah, I hope that pays well. I mean, it should. I mean, it's super important not to have good cybersecurity. Seeing if anything good is in here. The root of all grievals. Okay, this can destroy an artifact and an enchantment if both are on the field. Oh, 2 hull breaches, actually. A Mask of Intolerance. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if there are 4 or more basic land types among lands that player controls, Mask of Intolerance deals 3 damage to him or her. Just 3 damage at a time unless they start with really low life. I don't think that's gonna cut it. Counter a target spell if it shares a color with a creature you control. Oddly... well, not that oddly specific. Constructing spreadsheets. Oh, you mean like... sounds like something out of data analysis, so I'd say maybe. Yeah, as someone who does like process like his fair share of data in his line of work, maybe. Whether it be actually doing it manually or having tools to do it for us, yeah. What the hell is that? You may put a creature card with converted mana X from your hand into play. If you do, return a Manethran Aristat to its owner's hand. I'm sure these days we all do have to use AI in some capacity. Target player can't play lands this turn and draw a card. Alright, let's fight the sandworm. That does not look like a sandworm. Chromat. I think I'll just worry about reading all that once it actually hits the field. Multicolored spells cost up to 2 generic mana less to play. Each player draws an extra card every turn, Howling Mine. Diamond Kaleidoscope? What the hell is this? Pay 3 mana to create a Prism token that's a 0/1, and then can sacrifice the thing you paid 3 mana for to get 1 mana back. A pretty toy. Now show me its tactical applications. Whenever an opponent plays a multicolored spell, that would be me, then the sandworm gains 4 life. And then these two, I know what they are. So yeah, Diamond Kaleidoscope. I don't think anyone for like a hot second has even ever considered putting this in their deck. You're paying like 4 mana to cast it, and then 3 to get your first Prism token, so you're paying 7 mana for a 0/1. But at least you can sacrifice it to get 1 of that 7 mana back. Anyways. Let's try this hand. I'll keep a Johnny there. So we're both drawing extra cards every turn. Play a Johnny. Pass. 3 damage target creature or player, right? Sure. Island. I'll just attack for 2. I can counter this, right? Oh, right, no more Liza's multicolor, so he gets 4 life for free. Duh. Oh, wow, Jeweled Lotus, holy crap. I can play Narset like 3 turns ahead of schedule with this. And I really do like the sound of that. Oh, I can play her for 4. What? I can play her for 4 mana? I didn't even read the card. I didn't even see I only read this and I thought just was like, oh wow. I didn't even read this and go like, multicolor spells you cast cost up to 2 less to play. It doesn't say only multicolor spells you cast. It's all of them. They all cost 2 less. I didn't even read that far into it. Over 10,000 entries, 40 independent variables, and 1 dependent variable. Scrub the dataset of null entries. Pretty fast once I actually have like a script that can do that. It would just be a matter of putting together a script that can do this effectively. But yeah, pretty damn fast once we have it. Scrub the dataset of null entries. How would I build a predictive model of the sort like that? Yeah, firstly figure out like what the independent and dependent variables are supposed to be for. Anything good in here? Oh yeah, there's good stuff in here. Independent variables and 1 dependent variable. Are there really that many variables? I don't know if there are that many for simple linear regression. I mean, it would be probably simple enough to just throw that together, assuming it's like, yeah, 10,000 data points with like 2 different like values for, yeah, two variables. Yeah, I just see it being like a simple like line, a simple line. Fit my data to, yeah, based on the values of the data points, we just try and find like the line that best goes through all of them. If there's like not that many dimensions to the data, it should be pretty simple to do. I mean, if I was asked to do simple linear regression, I don't think it would be that much. I don't think it would be that much of a problem. So what's in my hand? 13 cards are in my hand. I can assure you I do not need that many cards in my hand. So let's discard 4 of them, wow. Honestly, don't think I ever did that. I don't know, I might have heard of the term like once, but I don't think we actually ever used that. Chromat. I'll put a fresh start on it. Now it's kind of just useless. Okay, yeah, I still have Strionic Resonator here, so copy the ability. Alright, I'll just get another turn for free. Azorius Signet. Fractured Identity. I'm just gonna take a copy of Chromat for myself. And then take my next turn. Again, copy the attack triggers, so I'm gonna exile 8 cards instead of 4. Shortkai, play this. Frantic Search. What else is in here that I can maybe just cast for free? Should have probably played this first. Oh well. Nico Bolas? Okay, my opponent can just pay the 3 to not actually be stopped by the mana leak. Snapcaster Mage could flashback. Let's see. Don't think I need to flash anything back. I'll just use a Strict Serenade on this to counter it. Turn this into a bird. And then get a free dragon. I'll just kill the bird, because why not? And turn it into a frog lizard. I get another dragon. I'll kill the frog lizard and get another dragon. Okay. Alright, what can we play for free now from here? A Mox Pearl, a Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Yeah, I think that's about it for now. Return right of the dragon collar to its owner's hand. I'll just get another dragon in the meantime. Recast Chromat? I don't think so. Snapcaster Mage? Flashback Wash Away. Okay, this is my graveyard. Yeah, I don't think so. Attack with everything we got. Alright, moving on to game 2 here. Mox Pearl, Arcane Signet, Lightning Greaves, a land, Mystical Tutor. I really do like what I'm looking at here. Oh, turn 1 Spirit Monger. Amazing. Spirit Monger on the first turn. Unreal. I can just kill it, right? And turn it into a frog lizard. Sure, let's do that. Alright, turn 1 Spirit Monger. What's being targeted here? This and this. Don't believe I have any way to stop it. Arcane Signet. Pass. Oh, wow. Kinda wish I had that on my field. Alright, I'll play Narset for 4 mana instead of 6. Now I gotta just start discarding some cards. I'll just let this hit me for 4. Chromat. Yeah, that's gonna resolve. What the hell is this? Okay, it's a 5/5 trample. And that's about it. I guess it was like a really cheap one. 1 less to play for each basic land type among the lands you control. And then there's this just doubling all the mana from Chromat's lands. Play this. So we got Chromat, and we got Stratodon in the way. Okay, Chromat's gone, I guess at the very least. Gonna do Mystical Tutor. The time stretch on top of the deck. I'll just attack like this. Back in the command zone, I suppose. I can play a Blasphemous Act for free, and then I'll time stretch. Alright, I get 2 more turns. Let's see what I can do with them. I'll replay Narset on one of my extra turns. Do Gamble. Looking for Strionic Resonator. Cast it. Attack. Copy the attack trigger. Play a Treasure Cruise for free. Those are just 2 counter spells. I guess that's all I'll be doing for my extra turn. Not the most exciting 2 extra turns. Remove target permanent from the game. If Legacy Weapon would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library instead. I'll do a Fierce Guardianship on this thing. Alright, fine. Tap Strionic Resonator. Play a Stock Up. So anyways, obviously I know exactly what I'm going to be taking here. Alright, I'll just draw another 3 cards. Play a Mox Ruby. Flage. Attack. And then let's see what we can play for free, if anything. Careful Study, I think that's about it. Pass. Karona False God. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player gains control of... Untaps Karona and gains control of it. Or it could just counter it. Sure. Tap Strionic Resonator again, I don't see why not. Oh, Brainstorm. I can put that Expropriate on top of my deck and then actually just cast it for free. This on top, this on top. Attack. Play Shorikai. And then Expropriate for 0. Choose a card to permanently gain control of. I'll take the Mirari's Wake. And I'll also get an extra turn. Right of the Dragon Caller. Swords to Plowshares, get rid of this Prism token. And get a dragon. I'll put the Icy Manipulator back in hand as well. Make another dragon token. Attack. Copy the attack trigger. And then play... Oh, goody. Time Warp. Ponder, make another dragon. Sol Ring, Talisman of Progress, Azorius Signet. And then I guess get ready to take my next turn. Oh, I'm gonna draw Temporal Mastery for my first card of the turn, so I'm gonna get... Alright, sure. Temporal Mastery for the Miracle cost. I get another extra turn, apparently. I'll play Inspired Ultimatum. Draw another 5 cards. I guess just to make another dragon. Alright, attack with all our dragons. And Narset. And what do I have that I can cast now? I guess a lightning bolt to the face wouldn't hurt. And a Mox Diamond. Oh! It's still my turn! Oh, I forgot, Temporal Mastery gave me another extra turn. Alright, we'll just send in Malcolm and all the dragons we have. Amazing. Yeah, I'm starting to think this might actually be, like, one of my new favorite decks. Tech. There's a card just called Tech. Can start with a Crystal Quarry on the battlefield if I equip this in the chest slot. Alright, let's grab a bit more loot and then leave. Looks like more stuff from... Okay, I think this is Invasion. I think. Death or Glory. Maybe I'll keep the Washout. I'll just collect this and then I'll leave. Put a multicolored creature card from your hand into play. Gotta pay 5 mana to put it onto the battlefield in the first place, though. I got the Eldrazi Pentakey shard that I wanted, so... Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah, I think we can just leave. Yeah, we can just leave that dungeon behind us. Alright, let's make another 12,000 gold just by selling the cards we earned. Buy it now. Is this just like all random stuff or something? Yeah, it is just like a random selection, isn't it? I can double the number of +1/+1 counters on something with that, apparently. I don't feel like reading all that. Silence. Well, I guess we'll also pick up a Lightning Helix while we're here. Exile target creature that blocked or was blocked by a zombie this turn. Oddly specific. Target creature cannot be blocked for 3 blue. Draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards unless you discard an enchantment. Could probably put that in the right deck that has a lot of enchantments. Decent, I guess, in the right deck. Might as well pick it up. Oh, a Sheoldred's Edict. Might as well pick this up while we're here. Distortion Strike. Make something +1/+0 unblockable until end of turn, and also has Rebound. Oh yeah, we already have Ad Nauseam. Go for the Throat, I believe we have also, just a different version of it. Ooh, Persist. Another way to just resurrect, to bring back a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield for very little mana. Persist will take. I'll take a Persist. Time Travel, Storm. So time travel once and then plus for every spell cast before it this turn. I'm ashamed to admit I still have no idea what time travel even does. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing more, like, recent booster packs for sale. If I wanted to buy any, but I'll pass. I figured I might as well just at least look around a bit. I guess pick up a few more cards while I'm passing through. Whether or not I'll use them anytime soon, not even sure. What is this dungeon over here supposed to be anyways? This dungeon right here? Okay, it's just some factory. Something that was formerly known as Kaladesh. I'll try this hand, sure, why not? Oh, we can both play 2 lands a turn? Each player may play an additional land during each of their turns. I guess if I have any extra lands to play, that is. Sure. I got nothing else to really do at the moment. Not drawing enough land cards. So I don't know what else to tell you here. Okay. Play a Glacial Fortress. I'm still waiting to get any land that can produce red. I don't have access to it yet. get it, I guess, next turn. Or just use Shorokai, and then I'll have it now. I'll just exile this thing with Swords to Plowshares. I guess now I can finally play my commander after waiting several turns, in fact, to do so. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Alright. I mean, hey, I also get to draw extra cards too, so I'm not complaining. No complaints there. Choose 3 cards to discard. Alright, I guess. So it just has Shroud and can't be blocked. Okay, exile my entire graveyard. Alright, I guess. I guess we can do that. Alright, never mind. This is back in my hand. Okay, that will just end the game. Kind of a slow start. But yeah, once I found my lands, we were pretty much like good to go once I finally found my lands. But yeah, before then, it was a really slow start for me. I mean, good thing I was dueling against such an easy opponent, otherwise we could have really been in trouble there. More cards for sale. And they're all rares and they're all artifacts or colorless? Okay, there's also some lands in here. Players can't cycle cards. So yeah, it's all colorless cards. Artifacts, lands, you name it. Chaos Orb. I could buy that. Shimmel the Inner Sun. Yeah, this we have. Sword of Feast and Famine we don't, so let's add that to the collection too. Ooh, Sorrow's Path. No thank you. Activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. All cards from Arabian Nights must be discarded from play, except for City in a Bottle. While City in a Bottle is in play, no further cards from Arabian Nights can be played. That's oddly specific. Like, yeah, just what I need to deal with those problematic Arabian Nights cards. Oh wow, a Lake of the Dead? Alright. I don't see why not. Yeah, apparently there's like a lot of stuff for sale here. Most of which I'm still not terribly interested in, but... Still, yeah, I really think there's just so much stuff for sale here. Candelabra of Tawnos. Untap X target lands. Ideally, I would want to find a bunch of lands that can actually make multiple... That can make, like, more than one mana at a time, otherwise, what's the point? But if I can't get my hands on plenty of lands that make multiple mana, this could get... Yeah, this could get, like, really crazy. Creatures you control of a specific creature type all get +2/+2. When am I gonna put that goblin deck together? Copy any artifact on the battlefield. Helm of Obedience. I know this is like an instant kill with anything that makes it so if a card would go in the graveyard, exile it instead. I know that's like 1/2 of an instant kill combo. Yeah, rare spells. I already just bought a bunch of them. I already picked up a few. Alright, I think this is it. Alright, this is it, guys. I think I'm standing right outside the Eldrazi prison. Unlock with the 5 Penta key shards. A massive chamber bigger than any building you've been in before looms before you. Huge tendrils are emerging from the spaces between reality itself. Wiggle and writhe about all over, and while the place seems otherwise empty, these give indication of the horrific aberrations imprisoned herein. Yep, it's Eldrazi time. So what, I have to go inside these portals here? I'm guessing that's where the Eldrazi are gonna be. And there's another locked gate. You are confident that this portal is the one you've been looking for throughout your entire quest. The way to leave this realm and return to your home. I'm guessing, yeah, you just gotta defeat everybody inside first, right? How many of these, like, portals are there around here anyways? Eldrazi Rune teleports you to the Eldrazi prison. Yeah, in case I need a free teleport back here for some reason. So if we go into the back here... And if we go into this portal room in the back... One of the 3 great Eldrazi titans looms before you. The Defiler, the Ceaseless Hunger, the Infinite Gyre, Ulamog. If not defeated here, the titan likely won't be contained much longer. Holy hell, that is massive. Holy hell, that is huge. Wait, he starts with this on the battlefield? And he starts with that? That's really the first thing I need to get rid of, apparently. Spawn Sire of Ulamog. I start with the Swords to Plowshares. I know exactly what I'm gonna use this on. I know exactly what I have to use it on. Yeah, I sadly don't have 2 mana. Otherwise, I would be happy to take an extra turn. Sadly, I can't, though. Otherwise, I take an extra turn. Let's attack and see what happens. Oh, I'll draw 2 cards. Don't mind if I do. And then discard 3 of them. Even though I like all those cards. Whenever you play an activated ability, if it's not a mana ability, you can pay 2 more to copy it. Ward sacrifice 2 permanents. Whenever you cast a spell, the opponent exiles half their library, round it up. Sure, I'll take 3. Tap for 2 mana or sacrifice Hedron, archive, draw 2. Alright. Glacial Fortress. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I'll just draw some more cards. And discard one of these. Pass. What? Mana Crypt? Wow. Ward pays 7 life. Holy hell. Discard, let's see. I'll pitch a land, and I'll pitch the Razorgris Ambush. So if I attack, I can make a treasure token. Fractured Identity targets Sire of 7 deaths, and then pay 7 life so it resolves. And now I have a copy of Sire of 7 deaths. And now I have this thing for myself. Okay, so it's just this. Ward sacrifice 2 permanents. And it's a 17/17. And I already have only 38 cards left in my deck. Let's pay 2, sacrifice any 2 permanents to get this thing off the field. I can make a copy of Sire of 7 Deaths, that's hilarious. I'm gonna keep that there. Oh boy. Do I just make a copy of this? Or do I copy Sire of 7 Deaths? I think that makes more sense. Blue. I'll copy that. Rapid hybridization can get rid of this. Sacrifice 2 permanents so it actually resolves. And then let's just swing with just this. Pass! Oh no, he loses 3 life. How will he ever recover from this? Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Exile each permanent with mana value X or less as 1 or more colors. He could do the minus X and then just completely wipe my board. counter it. I should probably counter this. Now I have a whopping 3 Sire of 7 deaths on the field. Now there's 3. Play stock up. We'll take Mana Drain and we'll take Malcolm. Attack with all 3 of these. 21 damage. I'll gain 21 life. Oblivion Sower. I'll let it resolve. This I'll counter. How many cards do I even have left on my deck besides not that many? 14 cards left on my deck. I'm starting to get a little worried we're gonna run out of cards entirely. I'm getting a little worried we just actually run out. Now I gotta get this off the field somehow. Despite the fact there's 13 cards left in my deck. Attack with all of these, again. Maze of Ith. Where did that come from? Did that come from out of my deck? Yeah, that came from my deck. I believe that came from my deck. Okay, he's at 25 life. So yeah, Maze of Ith is gonna definitely slow. Yeah, that's like... That's almost all my lands from my deck now on his side of the field. Maybe I should have... Okay, even if I would have, like, countered this, still would have stolen my lands. Still would have had my land stolen. Anyways. I really might have to worry about not having enough cards left in the deck at this point. I mean, this can just block something, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to really do at this point. Mana Drain. Counter Ulamog. Again. Oh ho. Copy this again. Once again, attack with all 3 of these. Wish I could get this off the field, but I don't really have anything to deal with the land specifically, which is annoying. Oh, he's having to pay 7 life to target this with Maze of Ith to stop it from attacking. That's hilarious. So that's gonna die, and then 2 damage to Ulamog's face. That's hilarious. I got him down to 7. And I think he's on his last legs here at this point. I'll just play Narset. I guess it can maybe block something. Anyways, what do we got here? Is that it? I'm down to 1 card on my deck. That's hilarious. I don't possibly think Ulamog can block everything either. I don't believe it can block absolutely everything. Alright, we just won the game with an empty library. Now I gotta do that again to prove that it wasn't a miracle. And if I can't answer Sponsire of Ulamog immediately, I think we're gonna have a huge problem on our hands here. If I don't have, like, an immediate answer to this, we're gonna have a major problem. Ancestral Recall. Interesting. Top card of my deck is a Flooded Strand. Ancestral Recall, oh, of course we target myself. Maze of Ith. Mox Diamond, we'll get rid of this one. I'm just seeing what's even on the top card, what's even on the top of my deck I can maybe work with, if anything. I'll just pass. So I'm gonna have to start sacrificing stuff. Brainstorm. Put back this and this. I guess I could put down a Crashing Drawbridge. And then what? Okay, that's another land on the... that's a land on the back. So if this attacks, let's see. Will he block? Oh wow, no block still. Crashing Drawbridge. Pass. Lightning Greaves. Remand. Pick something to sacrifice again, of course. Plateau. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, I thought I had 6 mana. Oh, I only have 5. Never mind, I only actually have 5. Let's see what I draw into, if anything. 2 more lands. I can't play them all right now. Unfortunately, can't play them all just yet. Okay, maybe I can just... yeah, this can maybe help me out a little. Maybe that can help me out too. Yeah, definitely Manifest Dread here. Recasting the Lightning Greaves. Oh no, I really want to be able to target his creatures. I really want to have the ability to target my opponent's creatures. That's all I'm thinking right now. Alright, just so I stop losing life. Fierce Guardianship, okay, interesting. Alright, we're going in with Narset, we're going all in. I'm gonna go all in here. Hopefully we hit something good. Apparently the best I can do is a Mox Sapphire. Apparently Apparently all we can do is Mox Sapphire. Okay, that's still attacking. I already gave Narset haste, so we can sacrifice the drawbridge now. Oh, right back to me. Fresh start! Fresh start! Alright, that should, for the most part, just shut it down. That should really slow it down. Alright, what did I hit this time? Careful Study, Brazen Borrower. We're gonna do, let's see. I guess make them recast matter. Recast that, have to recast that. Make them have to recast that. Discard, discard. Play a Shorakai Genesis Engine. And pass. Manifest Dread. Breaker of... Whenever you cast this... Hexproof from each color? Annihilator 2? What? Hexproof from each color? You're kidding me. Gain a bunch of life, but what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do about the hexproof from each color? How am I supposed to get rid of this thing? How am I gonna get rid of it? Hopefully, maybe I'll come up with something here. It's an 8-4. Now I'm down to 11 life here. Maze of Ith. So we can attack, get her out of combat, safely get her out of combat, and still get the attack trigger with no risk attached. But again, we gotta just hope we actually hit something good here. Fractured, protection from, hexproof from all colors. Right. Maybe there's something I can steal that's worthwhile. These are all lands, apparently. If I steal that, that way I stop taking damage for every colorless spell my opponent casts. Otherwise, I'd love to steal this, but it's got hexproof from each color. So that won't work. Let's see what we hit. What can we play for free? Inspired Ultimatum, okay. I'll gain some life. I'll do 5 damage to this. And then we just drew another 5 cards. Oh, I can actually cast this? Oh, I can. I have... Oh, wow. Just enough mana to squeeze out a Temporal Mastery, so I'm gonna get to take my next turn immediately. Alright, let's do that. Discard these. We're going again. We're gonna go again here. I mean, worst case scenario, I can just nuke the board, but I'd lose my own Narset as well, so maybe I don't want to do that just yet. Oh, I could take another turn. That's hilarious. At this rate, I could just literally take all the turns. That's hilarious. Yeah, we'll do the Time Warp again. Let's do the Time Warp again. Hopefully I found something else good to play here for free. It doesn't look like it. I'll get another turn to just keep on digging for something that can get me out of this. But why don't I just attack with this? This should probably also definitely be attacking. Why am I not swinging with this? What the hell am I doing? I'll just steal myself a copy of this instead. We'll just steal a copy of that via Fractured Identity. And once again, it's back to me. Just like that is my turn again. These will attack. I'll get Narset safely out of combat again. Alright, some damage has been done. Anything good in here to play? Jeweled Lotus. Expropriate! Expropriate. I'm gonna give myself another turn. Current votes time, myself and Ulamog. I get 2 more turns. I just got 2 extra turns. In case I need to wipe the board for some reason. This rate, I don't think I'm gonna have to do that. Send all this stuff into attack. And then once again, safely get Narset out of combat. In here we have, let's see. Oh, time stretch. I'm gonna get 2 more turns. And an Arcane Signet. Yeah, let's take 2 more turns. Needleverge Pathway. Play a land. Attack with everything we have, again. Maze of Ith to get her out of combat. So she doesn't die. Let's look in here. Strionic Resonator. Gamble. I just discarded it, didn't I? The Rite of the Dragon Caller. I just discarded it, right? Yeah, I believe so. Mystical Tutor. Amazing. It's still my turn. I just felt like I should... Fail to find a... Yeah, I failed to find. Okay. Mystical Tutor. What do I even still have in my deck that would be worth tutoring into? Okay, I'll put Split Up on the top of the deck. I'll make as many creatures attack as possible. We'll just see if this blocks Narset. I kind of want to just play Split Up and destroy all the untapped creatures. Oh, never mind. He just sacrificed it. I don't know, maybe sacrifice one of the lands before sacrificing your 8/4 with Hexproof from each color? Oh, I'm still the one who's playing. It's still my turn. So how many extra turns did we take in a row? I lost count. I lost count after like the first 2 or 3. How many extra turns in a row was that? That was nothing short of crazy. Alright, so that's Ulamog dead. After taking like 4 or 5 extra turns in a row. I think that must have been at least like 5 extra turns. I got Expropriate 2 turns from that. And then, on the first of the 2 Expropriate turns, I hit a time stretch, taking 2 more turns there. That was at least, I had at least like 4 or 5 turns in a row. And that's all the stuff, we're gonna win all this stuff. Strip Mine, Rin and Seri inseparable. Ultima Weapon, Overwhelming Victory, a Triome, a Jet Medallion that I already have, Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. Every printing of every Ulamog, I believe, that has ever been printed. Transformers? What the hell? Hooded Blightfang, never heard of it. Xiaoku Edbringer, this is just... yeah, too many drawbacks on it. Knight of the Reliquary, okay. Not bad. Mothlight Processionist, so just conjures other copies of itself every time an enchantment enters. Discard that card at the beginning of the next end step if it's still in your hand. I don't know, this just screams hilarious to me. Aladdin's Lamp. 5 and 5 to cast that. So yeah, that's basically 10 mana to play this. And then you just can look at the top X cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand instead of drawing for your draw phase. That's apparently what you get for 10 mana. No thanks. Destroy all creatures and lands. This includes your stuff. There's much talk about the art of creation. What about the art of destruction? Another arcane signet, yes. Wow. Okay, there's some more treasure. Uh-huh. Oh, the Narset Planeswalker. You get an emblem with your opponents can't cast non-creature spells. Oh, for the rest of the game, they can't play a single non-creature spell. Wow, that's a crazy emblem if I've ever seen one. This is just like a really good 4-drop. Maybe not like Shieldred the Apocalypse levels of good, but still. That's still really good for 4 mana. Yep, so that's one Eldrazi Titan down. How many more of these, like, portals did I see? Okay, so there's 5 of them in all. All 6 Hex keys. So, yeah, defeat every Eldrazi Titan that was ever printed. Every Eldrazi Titan in existence we have to beat. Which one is this? Fusion of the traits of different Eldrazi lineages? You have no doubt it can wield the horrific powers of both of its progenitors at once and likely to a devastating degree. You have heard no stories of this monster's deeds because it leaves none alive to tell them. How big is the... okay, this one is... how big? Never heard of this one. I've never heard of this one. Pay 2 colors to copy all spells you control? What? And also all activated and triggered abilities you control. Can pay 2 extra colorless to copy all spells. Whenever you cast an Eldrazi, and this deck's probably still going to be full of them. Eldrazi Temple, Awakening Zone, no, From Beyond. That's going to be a lot of Eldrazi Scions and Spawns. Oh, search can also search your library for an Eldrazi card with this. Any Eldrazi. We'll play this hand. At least I can start off with a Sol Ring. Alright, somebody actually playing all 5 colors apparently. Who would have thought? Alright, let's draw some cards. And do absolutely nothing else for the time being. Yeah, I think I'll just hold that gamble. Well, now I gotta figure out how to get rid of this already. So it's 9 toughness. Oh, Mystical Tutor. The card would go on top of my deck, though. I'll just gamble for a Swords to Plowshares. 1 mana, exile it, and then just don't gotta worry about it anymore. Yep, Swords to Plowshares. Pass. Okay. I'm a little afraid to let this stick around for more than a turn or two. I'm a little afraid to let this stick around. Player land. So I have how much mana total? This, if I sacrifice it, I can make 2. I have also a Sol Ring that I haven't used up yet. Top card in my deck is now a Maze of Ith. Blue. Stock up. Let's see what I find. Okay, take a Jeweled Lotus, and I guess take a... I was looking for removal, but I guess I'm not gonna find it. I went to look for removal, but I guess we're not seeing any. Tap for a single red. Tap the Signet. Now I have a white and a blue. Careful Study. I'll discard this and I'll discard this. Can't cast this, and even if I could, Flame Slash by itself won't do enough damage. Yeah, hopefully, like, whatever my opponent does isn't just gonna be, like, better than, like... If a triggered ability of another creature you control of, well, Eldrazi, it triggers an additional time. Okay, I'm taking how much damage here now? Okay, we still have some life. I'll Flame Slash this, yeah, because this is what's just doing all this damage to me. Or I could have killed this. Could have gotten rid of that also. Might have made more sense to take that off the board instead. Just 1 red. Let's just, yeah, we have to discard stuff first. Narset's now on the field. And then I think I'm probably just gonna be passing. And hopefully I just get my, hopefully I get my turn back. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope I get another turn, because that's about, for now, that's all I can do. Hopefully I get another one. The Immortal Sun? I can't use Planeswalker's abilities. That's it. I have like 1 thing that can turn into a Planeswalker in my entire deck, so I'm not really worried. But yeah, Narset's not really going to be attacking through all this stuff now, is she? Do I have anything else good in here? I know I have this and this. Still gonna get some value out of that attack, at the very least. Gain some life and I'll kill the roaming throne. And now I have even more cards in our hand here. I'm gonna give Ulalak a fresh start in life. Lightning Bolt will kill the Matter Reshaper. And it turned into this. Okay. And then I think I'll just add 1 red. Put down some Lightning Greaves. Pass. Return all creature cards of the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield. Alright. Protection from spells and from permanents that were cast this turn. Oh, and gain control of all my creatures. Oh, maybe not. How do I get this off the battlefield? Protection from spells and from permanents that were cast this turn. How do I get it off the battlefield, then? I'll play a Mox Diamond. Blasphemous Act could get us out of this pinch. Yeah, Blasphemous Act can just wipe the board of everything. Yeah, I'll pay 1 mana for this. Oh, never mind. Apparently I read this wrong. Protection from spells and from permanents that were cast this turn, including the Blasphemous Act. So there's really just about nothing I can do to deal with it, huh? There's almost nothing I can do about it. I guess I can at least just block it. For like 1 combat phase, I can block it. I'll get that Immortal Sun off the field, I suppose. I guess if I need to hide behind this, I can do that for a turn. I'll try and just hold mana up if I need to counter something. Maybe you need to mana drain something. Echoes of Eternity. Mana drain. Mox Ruby. Play this. And let's give her the Lightning Greaves. I'm gonna throw an Erode at Ulalak to get rid of it. Get this out of the way. How much mana do I still have? I still have a bit. Still have some. But man, do I have like almost no cards in my hand to do anything with. Just really gonna hope I hit some good cards with Narset here off the top of the deck. Time stretch. Yeah, we hit a good one. We just hit a good one. Yeah, we hit something good, alright. Where's Flage? There he is. Alright, so next turn that we'll be able to attack. And I can gain a little bit of life while we're at it. Let's see what's in here now. Mox Sapphire and... oh wow, that's it. Just a Mox Sapphire, that's... pathetic. Top card of my deck is a Fractured Identity. It's from protection from spells and from permanents that were cast this turn. I mean, if this didn't fly, I could at least chump block with Eldrazi spawn tokens because I could steal a copy of this for myself. I'll just take a Thran Dynamo for myself. Sure, why the hell not? Cast the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, sacrificing, let's see, the Lightning Greaves. We'll attack with whatever we can, of course. Anything good in here? That did not work. I mean, I had to try. Oh, wow. Phantasmal Image doesn't target, right? This doesn't target, I believe. Shuffled Library, no. This doesn't target. When it copies something, it doesn't target it. Copy Emrakul the World Anew. I think we have something. I think I'm onto something. I think we are onto something here. Pass. If I need to counter an artifact, creature, or planeswalker spell, I'll just counter this. What does that do? 2 Eldrazi spawn tokens. Eldrazi you control left tab, add 1 mana of any color. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value of 7 or greater, you gain 4 life. Alright. Sure. I guess just also apply some pressure, I'll make this attack too. Or I could keep it around as a blocker. Flage will definitely attack. Flage will kill this bird. We'll see what I exile with Narset this time. Rite of the Dragon Caller. Once I go to my main phase 2, I can play it. Mox Pearl. Top of my deck is gonna be a Brainstorm. I'll sacrifice the Goblin Shaman token. We'll do like this back into the deck. Yeah, I'll just make another dragon token. Yeah, we'll just make ourselves a dragon. Why the hell not? Pass. Return. Non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand? Oh, sacrifices itself because, yeah, it was a copy of Phantasmal Image. When Emrakul leaves the battlefield, sacrifice all creatures you control. Uh-oh. Maybe we don't have anything going on anymore. Maybe we don't. Maybe we're not actually onto something. Oh yeah, how the tables have turned. Solitude can exile something. Once I sacrifice another random non-land permanent. Yeah, we're just gonna have to keep digging, I suppose. Torched Courier. The Cat Warrior will sacrifice. And we'll kill a random, I guess, Eldrazi spawn. Ancestral Recall. How much mana do I still have? Holy crap, I have a lot. Target myself. Sacrifice something else. I'll sacrifice the Cat Warrior. Draw 3 cards. We found a Time Warp. That is something. I'll cast it. Make another dragon with flying. What else can I play off the top of my deck? There's a split up here. If I just use this to destroy all the tapped creatures. All tapped creatures. Sacrifice another permanent. Alright, I just completely wiped Dual-Elect's board. Just by casting stuff off the top of my deck with this. And yeah, because I still got to keep Rite of the Dragon Caller. We're actually gonna be okay. And I even got the Time Warp a little bit earlier this turn. Alright, Torch Courier, Embrace and Borrower, attack. Alright, let's take our next turn now. I'll drop this on the field. Attack with everything that can attack, and there's... Oh. I guess my opponent gets one more turn. I mean, it's not like we can't do that. We definitely can. Arcane Signet. Actually, no, the game's just over. I'll just win with the Planeswalker. Holy shit, how did I pull this back? How did I pull this back? I had my board wiped. I had all my creatures wiped. And then I still had, like, the Emrakul that was, like, protected from everything that, like, try and cast the same turn. Pretty much just about everything in my deck is, like, spot removal. Almost everything in my deck is spot removal that just targets at the same turn I cast it. Yeah, most of the stuff I usually use to answer creatures just wasn't gonna work on that Emrakul. Oh, you're only making me play one game, not two? Only had to play a single game against this one? I thought this was gonna be another best out of 3. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Okay, I believe I have this one already. Wow, yep. I don't know how the hell I pulled this off. I don't even know how I pulled off that win. I mean, yeah, being able to just play all those cards from the top of my deck, I think that's probably what did it. All of these extra mana rocks letting me just play all this shit? I'm sure that's what did it. I guess keeping this as a memento. keep that as a souvenir. Make a 0/1 spawn every turn. But no, I think I'm gonna keep, like, the Valgavoth's Charm that gives me Into the Pit. I mean, especially after that game, we gotta keep the Into the Pit. There's no way we're gonna ditch it after what you just saw there. Oh wow, Archangel of Thune. And a Phyrexian Vindicator. And Japanese... yeah, Kaya, right? We'll continue fighting these monstrosities some other day. we'll continue beating the shit out of the local monstrosities another day. So yeah, I might actually just get this done within, like... Unless I want to just keep playing and fight, like, all the legends, but... As far as just defeating, like, the Eldrazi prison, like, the final dungeon... Might literally just be able to do that next time I stream this. Let's just say I did not expect the Narset deck to be performing so well in the final dungeon. I just put the thing together yesterday night. I didn't think it was going to perform so well tonight. No, we got like some absolutely insane games in with that deck. And we got some like... Yeah, we got some absolutely, like, crazy matchups. We got some absolutely crazy matches in tonight with that deck of ours. Yeah, Narset in the, like, the final dungeon. And somehow it's working. A deck that could be, like, I don't know, finicky at best, because... Yeah, a deck that could be, like, very, like, unpredictable at best, because... We're exiling cards off the top of our deck at random. What if we don't hit anything good? What if we have to attack with Narset into like a board full of stuff that can easily kill her, and then we don't hit anything good? Then what? But when we do hit good stuff, this can give me 2 turns. This gives me either 1 extra turn and my opponent's best permanent, or 2 extra turns. Extra turn here. Extra turn here. Yeah, in a deck that can just, yeah, cast a bunch of shit for free, these extra turns are just... Yeah, we don't actually have to spend mana to cast the spells I exile with Narset. That just makes the extra turns that much more effective than they would be otherwise. I mean, especially when I'm literally casting them for free. Yeah, shoutouts to Split Up. 3 mana board wipe. And if you're really smart about how you play it, you could literally just kill off more of your opponent's creatures than your own if you're smart about how you play this. Shoutouts to Split Up. Yeah, this card, yeah, performed exceptionally well tonight. This one's also been, like, surprisingly effective at just dealing with problematic creatures. Yeah, -5, -0, loses all its abilities, and yeah, I think the big reason I'm actually playing this... If it didn't have Flash, I don't even think I'd be running it here. Yeah, Flash, yeah, being able to do this at instant speed, that's huge. Let's just say if I attack with Narset and I need to get a problematic creature out of the way. And I can't wait till my main phase 2 to do it, because it's threatening to block Narset and kill her. I could just go play Fresh Start from among the cards I exiled and then just deal with the creature that's about to kill her. Likewise, it's stuff like Lightning Bolt, Erode, Swords, Path. Yeah, I just typically prefer to have stuff that can just destroy, yeah. Typically prefer, like, my removal to be at instant speed. And then there was like, oh, I just realized I can copy my opponent's, like, Emrakul. This doesn't target when I copy stuff. And that almost actually ended up getting me killed when my copy of Emrakul died, which, when it leaves the field, I have to sacrifice all my creatures. So yeah, my heart almost just sank when I saw, like, my entire board just disappearing before my eyes. Well, all the creatures anyways. I still had this out, Rite of the Dragon Caller. So maybe if I just play enough instants or sorceries, because I can theoretically play off the top of my deck because we have Into the Pit, I can maybe just make enough dragons to hide behind and just pull back the game with that alone, and that's exactly what we did. And then we even found like an extra turn or two, and then just from there, that was pretty much enough to win.